Sergey Crusher Kovalev will add at 135 pounds at the MGM. But before that, an action-packed undercard will be coming your way worldwide. And today we have the undercard fighters here for the final undercard press conference. And Saturday night, in a bout presented by Golden Boy Main Events and Crusher Promotions, the biggest star in the sport of boxing is moving up 2 weight divisions to take on the most dangerous puncher in recent years for the WBO Light Heavyweight World Championship. But before that, you will see the packed undercard. The undercard will stream on DAZN starting at 3:30 Pacific time, while the main undercard begins streaming a little bit after 6 o'clock Las Vegas time. We want to remind everyone that this is indeed fight season on DAZN. And this night of action will take place at the historic MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. A few tickets available at AXS.com. Lastly, before we introduce today's participants, we also want to thank our sponsors. Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Hennessy, never stop, never settle. And brand new Grapefruit Crush, knockout flavor. And we want to thank them for their continued support. Now let's hear from some of today's participants. We'll get going with the president of Golden Boy, Eric Gomez.
Thank you, Beto. First of all, I want to thank all of you guys for being here, supporting us for this undercard press conference. Yesterday, we had a chance to talk about the historic main event, Canelo versus Kovalev. But as in any big event, obviously you have the undercard, and we have all these rising stars that are going to contribute in making this a special event on Saturday night. So I want to thank all of you guys. In the co-feature, Ryan Garcia wants to prove that he can be the next big star in boxing. But he's facing a tough customer in ROMERO DUNO that knows that with a victory, he's right in line to fight or challenge a world title. So that's an important fight for both fighters. Right before that, we have 2 girls that are undefeated and are going to take their fight off of social media and into the ring. So you guys got that social media stuff for free. Now you're going to see it on Saturday night in the ring. And we're very excited about that fight as well. A big thank you to the MGM for hosting us. It's our home away from home. They always put up a great event whenever we're here. Very accommodating. So don't miss it on Saturday. You guys, there's still a few tickets available. You can come and watch it live, or you can be at home and watch it on DAZN. I want to thank DAZN for all their hard work and putting everything together for us. I want to thank the sponsors as well. Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Hennessy, never stop, never settle. And the brand new Grapefruit Crush knockout flavor. So thank you guys for sponsoring. We couldn't do this without you guys. And once again, you guys in the media, thank you for the continued support and all these big events. Thank you for supporting Golden Boy and all these fighters here. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Thank you, Eric. Our next speaker, he was an undisputed middleweight champion and now a business partner at Golden Boy. Future Hall of Famer, the one, the only, Bernard Hopkins.
Thank you. I'm just going to be brief because Eric basically covered everything that I would have said if I went up there first. But it's good that he mentioned it to everyone that's here. To my left, the future stars, this is your moment. Even though you're not the headline of the card, but you got a chance to actually steal the show, believe it or not, because the eyes are watching and you get a chance to be your own main event and be successful. To my right, the same thing goes to you, especially Blair and everybody that's putting themselves in a position to be one day a main event. I love this sport, I love boxing. And when you get fights like this, the undercard especially, that has substance and meaning, it makes me feel even more grateful that I left my DNA heavy in the history of boxing. And so I said, everyone, enjoy the fight, but also pay attention to the undercard very closely, because one day, soon, you'll be rooting for them or you'll be covering them and it's best to know now than later, and I'm part of the process, and on both sides. So enjoy the show, and they say there's a few tickets left. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but get the tickets or tell someone else to tune into the zone. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard. Now we'd like to introduce Kathy Duva, the CEO of Main Events, currently on the ballot for the International Boxing Hall of Fame, and no doubt that she'll join that prestigious group of inductees. Her company, Main Events, been promoting the career of Sergey Kovalev, and some of her best talent is also on this card. The CEO of Main Events, Kathy Duva.
Thank you so much. And for the mentions of Hall of Fame, I'd like to encourage everyone to vote for Bill Kaplan. And of course, Bernard Hopkins, who I think you've all voted for already anyway. But anyway, thank you so much. I want to thank Golden Boy, Eric, his whole team, terrific to work with always. I would like to amplify what Bernard said, that, you know, that spot on the undercard is where it starts. I can't tell you over the course of my career how many times I've looked through our archive and I've looked at a particular fight and been astonished at the people that were fighting underneath. And how cool is it to have been in the room that day when they started out, or when they had their defining fight, or they had their chance to really step up and, you know, and make their statement. So we have 3 fights on this card that our award-winning matchmaker Jolene Mazzone has made, and you're going to hear about them today, and we are just delighted to be here, and always, of course, delighted to be here at this beautiful hotel at the MGM, and working with DAZN. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. As I've worked over the years with Doug Fisher, the legendary writer, he's always told me that eventually, before you get to the main event, you got to fight at 3 o'clock in Las Vegas when there's just a commission, the ushers, and maybe 4 people that you might know. You got to get there before you can come to that main event, and we're going to see some of that Saturday night at the MGM. And now we'd like to talk about the preliminary undercard for this Saturday, and I'm going to call some of the fighters. Just stand up, gentlemen, and show your face to the media that's here gathered before you, and everybody's going to put you on YouTube. They're going to make you stars on Instagram. The evening of action is going to start with this Uzbekistan prospect, Bekdamir Melikuziev, 2-0, 2 KOs, and seriously 2 broken ribs in those fights. Training in Indio, California with Diaz brothers, Beck the Bully. There he is. I'm trying to stay as far away from him because you can hear his punches all the time. One more time, Beck. There he is. The preliminary DAZN card will initiate with a 10-round fight between Main Event's contender Miriam Nursultanov, who's 12-0, 8 KOs of Kazakhstan. He'll be taking on Cristian Olivas, 16-5 from San Isidro, California, for the WBC US NBC middleweight title. Cristiano Olivas, I guess. Okay. Next one, recently signed Golden Boy prospect, 17 years old. He'll turn 18 next week, from Texas, 2-0, 2 KOs, Tristan Kalkruth. He's 6'4", 6'5" with the hair, he said. He's going to be fighting Twan Smith from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Thanks to both of you. Undefeated Russian prospect, Bakram Murtazaliev, 16-0, 13 KOs from Main Events. He takes on a 12-round challenge elimination bout against Jorge Fortea of Valencia, España. This is for the mandatory position in the IBF junior middleweight division. And making his pro debut, 22 years old, the son of legendary Hall of Famer Evander Holyfield, Evan Holyfield, recently signed with Main Event. And then after that, the main DAZN card will begin with a 10-round clash for the vacant NABF welterweight title. It has Blair the Flair Cobbs leather against Carlos Ali Ortiz. And here to speak about that fight is Carlos Ortiz.
¿Qué tal? Muy buenos días.
Hi everybody, good morning.
Primeramente quiero agradecerle a Dios por estar aquí presente en
Firstly, I want to
esta,
thank
en esta gran
God for being here
función.
for this great event.
Quiero agradecer a la empresa Golden Boy, a Roberto Díaz, a Oscar de la Hoya, a Guillermo, a mi entrenador, a mi familia, a mis patrocinadores por todo el apoyo que me han dado.
I want to thank Golden Boy, I want to thank Robert Diaz, Oscar de la Hoya, Memo Rocha, my trainer, my family, my sponsors.
Para mí es un gran honor participar en una cartelera con grandes boxeadores, por algo estamos aquí y esperemos que todos salgamos con buena salud el 2 de noviembre. Muchas gracias.
I'm very grateful to be participating in such a card with great boxers. There's a reason we are here and I look forward to giving a great fight. Thank you very much.
His opponent, Blair Cobbs.
How you doing, everybody? It is Blair the Flair Cobbs, the most exciting fighter in boxing today. I'm going out there to impress and show the world, millions around the world, what Blair the Flair is all about, baby. Woo! Matter of fact, and this is one for the cameras, baby. Woo!
Love those soft-spoken fighters. A fight, as Eric said, has been brewing on Instagram. There's a lot behind the scenes between these two ladies. The next fight on the card will be simmering. And on Saturday, they both said, I'm not going to like her after the fight. It doesn't matter. It's a 12-round fight for the interim WBA Flyweight Championship. They're both signed with Golden Boy. Two women that don't like each other. I'm not trying to sell it to you. They really don't, and you're going to hear it. Please welcome Olympian from Houston, Texas, 7-0, Marlene Esparza.
Hello, everybody. I just want to say that I'm extremely happy to be here. You know, such a huge platform for women's boxing. I want to thank my team. We've worked extremely hard this camp. I want to thank Golden Boy, you know, for giving me this opportunity and women's boxing this opportunity. I'm really looking forward to settling this once and for all. You know, there's been so much said, so much done at the walk-in or whatever, the arrival. You know, cities have decided to disrespect me and shove me, not just disrespect me, but disrespect women's boxing. You know, there's little girls watching all over the world, and I really just want to show them how we should represent women's boxing. And I'm excited to put on a show and show everybody what I can do. I'm excited about the 3-minute rounds. We're gonna go 3-minute rounds, and it's huge for us in women's boxing. And I'm really just excited to do this for not just me, but the Latinas everywhere. Thank you.
Our next speaker did have the Olympic run, but she was running all over East LA, chasing her dream. Please welcome her opponent, Sinisa Estrada.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I want to thank God for putting me in this position. I want to thank my team, my trainer, Dean Campos, best hand wrap guy in the game, Panda Martinez, my dad, and my cut man, Sergey Estrada. Yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of talk from Marlene for the past 2 years, mostly all on social media, of course. But I do my talking in the ring, so Saturday night, she's going to have a lot to deal with. I love that she is underestimating me and thinks that she's going to walk right through me, because Saturday night, she's in for a big surprise. So tune in, and thank you.
And finally, we want to talk about Saturday's co-main event, which features two hard-hitting lightweights in the Golden Boy stable. A few years ago, working a small club show at the Belasco, Christian Gonzalez was an undefeated Golden Boy prospect, and they found a Filipino opponent named Romero Duno, who showed up, no English, and I think I can say this, Romero, you were a little scared to be in that room with 14 people looking at you. a monster knockout, changed his career, changed everybody's career. Golden Boy signed him after that, and now he's fighting as a co-main on Canelo Kovalev from the Philippines, Romero Duno.
Hello everyone, good morning, and I would like to thank Golden Boy Promotion for giving me a chance to fight this event, a very big event for me, and I would like to thank Sir Robert Diaz for making this match happen, and I would like to thank Ryan Garcia for accepting the match, and to all of the media who's here right now, and thank you so much, and to all the fans, thank you, and enjoy the match this upcoming November 2. Thank you.
Salamat, Ryan. Garcia is going to be his opponent. Did I really introduce him? Ryan Garcia.
What's up, guys? It's pretty cold in here, but I want to thank... Damn, it's super cold in here. I know, right? Hey, I look good. I got to show it off, right? I want to thank Golden Boy Promotions for putting on this event and this fight and having me on the card as co-main event. I want to thank the Zone. I want to thank everybody that's involved in making these fights happen. You know, this fight is a big fight, a big moment, you know. There's a lot of hype around it. A lot of things been said, you know, about me for not taking the fight in September. But look, I'm taking it now. This is where it had to be. It's a big moment on a big stage. And, you know, you got two hungry fighters, two prospects. And, you know, Romero Duno, he's a knockout puncher. He's going to come try to knock me out. So, you know, you guys need to be excited for this fight because it's very dangerous. And I took it, and I want to prove to you guys that what kind of fighter I am. So I took a young fighter that's up and coming, so he's hungry. I didn't take an old guy, I didn't take an old veteran that's out the door. I took a young, hungry, hard-hitting fighter. So I hope to prove everybody wrong, but you know, I probably won't get my respect at the end of the day. But it's okay, because as long as I put on the best performance I can and leave the best show I can for November 2nd, everybody tune in, let's go.
And yes, that is velvet. Good job, Ryan. Stay fresh. You got to do that. Before we go, we ask a couple questions of the fighters for Saturday. Blair Cobbs, you got knocked down in your last fight. You got up and knocked out your opponent. Are you more than just that woo? Who are you, Blair Cobbs?
I am.
Got the mic there, Blair. Come on now. We know you don't need it, but there you go. For the camera, bro. For the
yeah, I'm loud enough. Don't make me go crazy in here.
Well, go ahead. We'll get you. Go for it. Do it.
I am the most exciting man in boxing today.
Why are you the most exciting?
Because it doesn't matter who you put me in there with. You're going to see an exciting fight every time out. Knockouts, drag-out wars. You're going to see blood. You're going to see action. You're going to see tears. You're going to see somebody that's going to hate me, and people that love me and the people that hate me are going to rise and give a great applause.
He's not done.
Words from the great one.
Blair the Flair Cobbs. You guys got enough for that? We go, Blair? We'll see him Saturday night. Open up the Zone show right after 6 o'clock. The females, you heard them going back and forth on social media. Yeah, we got you, Blair. We're good, bro.
I got it all day. We can do this all day. Blair the Flair can take over.
We got lunch after this. Well, some of us. Marlene, you said she disrespected you. Why?
I mean, the entire situation is disrespectful. There's a time to make contact, and that's on Saturday night. So I think you need to hold yourself in a professional manner, and you know, shoving me is disrespectful, and it's a bad representation of women's boxing.
She's been disrespecting me on social media for the past 2 years. Like,
well, where am I supposed to disrespect you at? I live in Texas.
Nobody disrespects me.
Or you want me to jump on an airplane, knock on your front door, and disrespect you there? Come on, be serious. Of course it's on social media.
You're a bad representation to women's boxing, period. Like, you start beef with everybody. Krista Shields doesn't like you, Michaela Mara doesn't like you, Ava Knight doesn't like you, Kalisha West doesn't like you.
Oh, so y'all made friends?
Like you.
Y'all made friends together? Y'all want to talk together? Y'all Y'all want to have sleepovers and talk about me? Go do that. What are you talking about? You're just trying to bring up people. This is about you and me, not about everybody else.
Yeah, well, that's why I pushed you when I was in front of your face.
Exactly, and you need to realize that there's little girls watching you. And
Yeah,
that
there's
you need
little
to represent
girls watching you
us
all the time
correctly.
too.
There's a
You
time and a
disrespect
place,
me all the
Lisa.
time.
So Lisa, why don't you like her?
Because she has a bad ego, bad attitude.
I have
She's
an ego.
disrespectful. She's just a nasty person with a nasty attitude. And that's true, yeah.
Blair, you stay over there, Blair. You got your own fight. Marlene, why don't you like her?
Because she's a compulsive liar.
Oh,
What's she lying
wow. Marlene Esparza is delusional, everybody.
She tries to
Delusional.
lie to get signed. She
Oh,
lies
wow.
about the things I say. She tries to play victim all the time when she does it too. She talks about me too. You know, you're not the victim here, and then you want to shove me. So which are you? Are you the victim or are you the bully? You need to pick a side.
I'm gonna be a bully on Saturday night, that's for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
And Beck, the bully back here, is going to start the show at about 2:30. Go and check him out too. So you'll see them on the zone. Bernard, go ahead, Bernard.
Hey, can we make this the main event? I mean, it's exciting. Oh, yeah.
Bernard's over here like, yeah. He's telling me.
I like that trash talk.
What do you know about trash talk, Bernard?
It's mental.
It's the mental warfare. Well, ladies, we're done with you right now. After them, it'll be Ryan Garcia. Ryan, you came up here and you said no matter what, you're not going to get respect on Saturday. Why? Why do you feel that way?
I just got a lot of haters, and they want to see me lose. So even if I knock him out or I put on a beautiful boxing performance, she's not going to give me my respect. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being confident in myself, and the way I feel like if I perform good, then I feel good. No matter what anybody says. But I have a lot of respect for Romero Duno. For the most part, he's very humble. Sometimes, it confuses me when he wears T-shirts that say, Ryan Garcia, you're running. So honestly, I'm very confused at the end of the day. But I really do have respect for him. I really do. He's a good person.
Yeah. So what Ryan's referencing after Romero's last fight at StubHub last month, when Ryan's fight was scrapped, Romero fought, won, and afterwards had a shirt that said Ryan Garcia. Dougie, why did you wear that shirt, Romero?
Because I want to give the fans what they want. They said that if you want me to fight King Ryan, then I give the.
You would have fought him that day?
What?
You would have fought him in Carson?
Yeah.
You were ready for it?
Yeah, I was ready. Yeah, going to.
But he's here for you. Romero, you started your career, if you want to call it that, fighting in the streets in the Philippines on unsanctioned amateur fights. It's basically somebody's backyard. Now to be fighting in Las Vegas as a co-man, how does that make you feel?
I didn't imagine that I came here right now fighting in a big card like this one, but it's a very big opportunity for me to show the world that not only Manny Pacquiao can do history in boxing in the Philippines. There's a lot of Filipino fighters that can do that. Yeah.
Saturday night, Romero Duno takes on Ryan Garcia. Ryan, your prediction for this fight?
Yeah, I just feel like my skills are obviously better. I'm not gonna say that that he's better than me or it's gonna be a good fight. I just feel like I'm gonna win fairly easy, and that's just what I'm confident with. And I don't see it going all 12 rounds. And that's just 10 rounds. Sorry, that confused me when we said WBC silver title. I'm like, yeah, all these titles confuse me. But yeah, 10 rounds. I don't see it going 10 rounds.
Knockout?
Yeah.
You hear from Ryan Garcia. He's knocking out Romero Duno Saturday night. It's fight season on DAZN. That'll do it for our press conference. The fighters will not face off. We will take a big group picture for everybody. So thanks everybody watching us around the world for Kathy Duke.